Hello friends, let's go to the news. India needs many big-ticket exports like BrahMos steel to hit $5 billion export target by 2025, countered China. A big boost to India's defense exports. BrahMos Aerospace has inked a $375 million deal with the Philippines to provide the BrahMos cruise missile to the country's navy. The Philippines Navy will use this as an anti-ship shore-based missile that has a range of 290 kilometers. BrahMos Aerospace, a joint venture company between India's Defence Development and Research Organisation, DRDO, and Russia, has been continuously upgrading the missile system, making it more lethal against sea and land targets. BrahMos is one of the potent missile weapon systems used by the Indian military, already inducted into the armed forces and used by the Army, Air Force and Navy in different variants. It can be launched from submarines, ships, aircraft, or land platforms. Meant to deter China. A statement from Department of National Defense of the Philippines says the BrahMos will provide deterrence against any attempt to undermine sovereign rights in the Philippine Sea, a reference to the South China Sea where China maintains an aggressive posturing. As the deal is finally through with the Philippines, other countries like Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia, who have shown interest in acquiring the anti-ship missile, could also come on board. Malaysia and Vietnam are also claimants in the South China Sea. Experts are of the view that if India is successful in providing big-ticket military systems to countries in the neighborhood, it won't just be a boost for defense exports but will also be a strategic step to counter China's influence as it provides defense products in Asia, including Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Myanmar. Jump in Indian defense exports. There has been a monumental increase in India's defense exports, jumping from Rs 1,940.64 crore in 2014-15 to Rs 8,434.84 crore, the Ministry of Defense had said in a reply to a parliament question in December 2021. While the increase in exports is significant, the BrahMos deal with the Philippines is the first for a major military platform. The Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, recently signed a contract with the government of Mauritius for exporting the advanced version of Advanced Light Helicopter, ALH Mark III. Mauritius already operates HAL-built ALH and Do-228 aircraft. Department of Defense Produciton lists out Italy, Maldives, Sri Lanka, Russia, France, Nepal, Mauritius, Israel, Egypt, UAE, Bhutan, Ethiopia, Saudi Arabia, the Philippines, Poland, Spain and Chile as India's export destinations for defense items. The major defense items being exported listed are personal protective items, offshore patrol vessels, advanced light helicopter and surveillance systems. In another reply last year to a parliament question, the Defense Ministry informed that India exported items to 84 countries. These were not big-ticket artillery platforms or weapon systems. These were items like tear gas launcher, night vision devices, fire control systems, weapon simulators and lightweight torpedoes. Export target $5 billion by 2025. India has set a target of exporting defense equipment worth Rs 35,000 crore, $5 billion, by 2025. Aimed at enhancing exports and build a domestic defense industry, the new policy aims at self-reliance looks to achieve a turnover of Rs 1,75 crore, $25 billion. The policy also looks at doubling domestic procurement from the Indian industry. To promote self-reliance and reduce imports, the Defense Ministry has also come out with a list of 2,851 items put in an import embargo list aimed at saving Rs 3,000 crore annually with the ban on importing these items. How India fares with other countries. The import ban list seems to be having an impact already. According to a study by Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, SIPRI, there were 3 Indian companies in top 100 arms companies and their combined arms sales grew by 1.7%. However, a comparison with China shows how Chinese companies have been racing ahead. The combined arms sales of the 5 Chinese companies included in the top 100 amounted to an estimated $66.8 billion in 2020, 1.5% more than in 2019. Chinese firms accounted for 13% of total top 100 arms sales in 2020, behind the U.S. companies and ahead of companies from the United Kingdom, which made up the third largest share, the SIPRI report says. It quotes Dr. Nat Yan, SIPRI senior researcher. In recent years, Chinese arms companies have benefited from the country's military modernization programs and focus on military-civil fusion. They have become some of the most advanced military technology producers in the world. Norinco, for example, co-developed the BAID military-civil navigation satellite system and deepened its involvement in emerging technologies. The SIPRI report says while the United States has once again hosted the highest number of companies ranked in the top 100, Russian arms sales have declined for third year in a row. Together, the arms sales of the 41 U.S. companies amounted to $285 billion, an increase of 1.9% compared with 2019, and accounted for 54% of the top 100's total arms sales. Since 2018, the top 5 companies in the ranking have all been based in the USA, the report said. India's strategy to beef up defense exports. The Ministry of Defense has proposed a promotion body for exports that can advise the government on various export-related issues, coordinate all export facilitation schemes of the government, increase awareness amongst the industry about various export facilitation measures and promotion of exports through specific marketing efforts in targeted countries. The body will identify the suitable export markets in consultation with Ministry of External Affairs and Department of Commerce, keeping in view our foreign policy in various international export control and arms control regimes, the ministry said in a statement. As part of defense diplomacy aimed at enhancing exports, Indian missions have been asked to promote Indian defense exports. If required, industry delegations would be taken to target countries under the leadership of officials.